All right, welcome back. It's Talking Oscars, and here's my quick hot take on Independent Spirit Awards. First of all, one, there is no overlapping voting body, so this doesn't really matter. Two, you have to have cost less than $30 million. They don't really care if you're an independent film. If you were an independent film that was made for more than $30 million, they go fuck yourselves. So not every independent film was eligible here. Not every Oscar bait film was eligible here. So you have to kind of read between the lines. If you see it nominated, that means they saw the film and the film is eligible. If you don't see the film, like Priscilla or Ferrari, it means the film cost more than $30 million. This isn't really much of an achievement, as Jason Blum makes films for under $30 million all the time, under a studio banner, not independently. But anyway, I guess it's all about the money. Money, money. It's... We just want to make the world dance. Forget about the price tags. Anyway, so just a couple quick thoughts. If we're talking about exposure, this helps Past Lives, which secured nominations not just for feature, but also for Celine Song as director. It secured a screenplay nomination, and it secured nominations for all of its actors. Greta Lee, Teo Yu in the lead category, which is gender neutral, and John Majaro in the supporting category. So, yes, everybody got something somewhere. Kudos to them. American Fiction also secured a feature nomination. Court Jefferson did not secure in the director category, but he did secure in screenplay, and this film did get a lead actor nomination for Jeffrey Wright and 2 supporting nominations for Erica Alexander and Sterling K. Brown. And then finally, we also had May December, which secured, I believe it was Best Picture, director for Todd Haynes, screenplay, as well as a lead nomination for Natalie Portman and a supporting nomination for Charles Melton. So Julianne Moore did not make the cut in either lead or supporting, depending on where you would put that performance, which kind of makes some nominations like Noah Galvin's performance in Theater Camp a little bit more questionable. It's like, did you really think Noah Galvin did more in Theater Camp than Julianne Moore did in May December? Is that a thing? Because I don't. So, they also saw All of Us Strangers, which was nominated for feature, as well as director and for lead actor Andrew Scott, but not for any other cast members. So for anybody else who has awards hopes for Paul Mescal or Claire Foy, maybe not. Again, they chose to nominate Noah Galvin for Theater Camp and not Claire Foy for All of Us Strangers. So it's just we're going to keep coming back to Noah Galvin because I don't understand that nomination when I look at the things that were left off the list. It doesn't really make any sense to me. So sorry, Noah. This is just going to be a persistent anti-Noah Galvin. I do like Noah Galvin. I gave it a B, Theater Camp. I liked it. I never thought of it as an awards contender or that any of these performances were going to be awards contenders. So those are the big ones. The big snub here comes in form of The Holdovers, which was left out of director, was left out of best actor for Paul Giamatti, and it was left out of the best feature race. They picked some other films that, including that Passages film that just keeps popping up out of nowhere all of a sudden. But they picked a film I'd never even heard of over The Holdovers, which is not a good sign, considering they did nominate Divine Joy Randolph. I believe this also got a screenplay nomination. And Dominic Sessa was nominated in the breakthrough category instead of supporting, which is weird. But at least he got some recognition somewhere. So kudos. And just on a personal, since this is the awards body that we always just sit around and there are little things that we see throughout the year where the film is too small. We just know it's too small. Like that damn Lily Gladstone movie where she just won the Gothams. It's nominated here. She's not. That's important to note because when I did my Gotham stuff, I said I think the only reason she won is because of Killers of the Flower Moon. But it's interesting that they nominated the film somewhere else, but not her performance. So there you go. There's that. But there are some other smaller films that didn't get quite the love for certain performances that probably should have, that qualified here. Obviously, I'll start with Patricia Clarkson. Her performance in Monica is brilliant and absolutely should have secured a supporting performance over Noah Galvin in Theater Camp. Watch those two performances. Watch them back to back and tell me which one deserves an award. And it's not this comedy versus drama thing. It's just Patricia Clarkson is playing, is just... Patricia Clarkson honestly deserves to be in the real consideration for the 5 spots. That's a fantastic performance. I don't think she's been nominated since Pieces of April. And she's just constantly undervalued as an actress. And I thought with the nomination for Trace Lysette in lead that this would lead to a nomination for Patricia Clarkson as well. It did not, which was surprising to me, but that's kind of a nomination that strikes me as being the kind of thing that the Spirits should have nominated and did not nominate. So it's a little bit of a mixed bag, sort of all over the place. Obviously, when you think about a film that was independent and did not get any nominations, I just assume it's because it cost more than $30 million. I think it's weird to not nominate something like Priscilla, Saltburn, or Ferrari or anything like that if they were under $30 million, because each one of those has something about it where it feels like it should have gotten in at least somewhere. So for it to not have gotten in anywhere would be odd to me, unless those films cost more than $30 million. So that's it. That's all I got. Anatomy of a Fall and Zone of Interest both got international nominations, although, again, I don't know if they could have nominated Sandra Hüller outside of the category and given her a lead performance nomination. I don't know if that's a snub or not. But it at least managed an international recognition. So there's that. There's no animated nominations here. It's just, yeah, they're just, I don't know. I don't know what happens when you make an animated feature for under $30 million. In the Spirits, do they just give you an honorary award? Like, congratulations, you were great and you were under $30 million. But probably not. Anyway, thanks for watching. That's it. I don't want to dive too deep into this because it's just exposure. At the end of the day, you'll get 2 people who will win. You'll get people who will win and they'll give speeches. I'm going to guess probably like Greta Lee for Past Lives. And maybe... is Charles Melton going to keep sweeping? I don't know. I would love to see Glenn Howerton win for Blackberry and give a great speech. He's the film's only nomination, though. However, I think if he were to be at the Oscars, he would also be the film's only nomination, to be fair. So that would show the strength of him being the film's only nomination and the fact that he is singularly worth the nomination. He can Brian Tyree Henry himself into the race. So it is possible. So I would love to see, actually would really love to see Glenn Howerton win for supporting. Since Charles Melton has already won a couple things. But we won't know until February, until after the Oscar nominations. So these don't even help. These are just not, the nominations is what helps. The wins will not help because they're not coming until February. So anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. And I'll see you guys on the other side.